Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to my channel, and it's here the No Man's Sky VR patch that's supposed to improve graphics for original PS4 owners, but also for owners of PlayStation 4 Pro. In this video we're gonna look at the differences before and after the patch. We're gonna have some side-by-side footage, you know, same areas and everything, so let's have a look what's improved. I spent last few hours trying to analyze it and see the differences. The results are quite interesting, so I'm gonna tell you all about it. But before I start, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. So this is the patch that everyone was waiting for quite a while now. It's still not a PlayStation 4 Pro patch, which Pro owners are waiting for. But nevertheless, it's nice to see that original PS4 owners gonna have difference and improvements in their graphics as well. So everyone should be happy about this one. The developers keep improving this game. I'm assuming there will be more patches, and I'm assuming eventually we're gonna get this PS4 Pro patch that PlayStation 4 Pro owners waiting for such a long time. But anyway, this is the first area of the game before and after the patch, and even though on screen you cannot see that much difference, you still can see it. Keep an eye out on foliage and draw distance. This is original PS4. So we walked up to the post, which looks nice, red and erected. Now we're gonna go downstairs. Keep an eye out on draw, how the draw distance is actually appearing. Even though it's kind of might seem that it appears at similar times, like the grass, the more of it appears. And also the foliage, when you look at it like leaves on top of them palm trees or whatever they are, they look more like a proper leaves than just a shimmery shimmers of a leaf. Now we walk in here, shadows and everything looks kind of similar. But there you go, the grass appeared again, and on original PS4 you could see that it appears but less of it appears. So drawing distance is definitely improved. But also what's it's improved, the things closer to you stay sharper for longer, so the closest of the sharpness it's further away, if I can describe it like that. Here we go, the lowest resolution area of the game, I think, and that's before patch on original PS4. This is the Nexus. Somebody running around because they just like to run. But anyway, this is the Nexus after the patch. And everything looks similar, but definitely there is slight improvement in the graphic department. Somebody was like, "You're doing a YouTube video? Why don't you play with me? Come here, stay." I was like, sadly have to leave him. But anyway, if you look at the jagged lines, especially on like railings and stuff, it stays sharper for a further away time. It's nice to see. The game is still blurry, don't get me wrong, but I could definitely see improvements on the original PS4. Now we're going back to the same area, but on PlayStation 4 Pro. So here we go, going to the lamppost. The grass nicely renders more further away. Graphically, comparing to the original PS4, I'm gonna speak about it a bit later towards the end of the video. Let's concentrate on Pro. So, as you can see, as in last time, the things are getting rendered further away and staying sharper for more further away. I think maybe the dynamic resolution is a bit improved on Pro as well. Everything seems just this much better. But anyway, we're going down this hill again, see at the shadows of them palm trees and their leaves. Like I said before, it all appears to look tad bit better now after the patch. Actually saying tad bit better, it's actually quite good improvement. When you look at the ground you just saw on original PS4 Pro, yes, original video, this repeated texture stays for longer while it gets covered with grass after new patch pretty much straight away. Now when we climb the hill with our climb badge, it looks nice, and this is the Nexus before patch on PS4 Pro. So this looked quite similar to OG PS4, the lowest resolution area of the game, but nevertheless a very nice area. Here we are on the Pro, nobody wants to play with me anymore. They thinking like, this dude just ignoring us, let's just not play with him. But anyway, looking at the railings again and the lines and stuff, it definitely stays sharper for longer, which is very nice to see, because No Man's Sky, it's awesome game, but it was very blurry, and even though it is blurry still, you can see the improvement got improved quite a lot. Now, I wanted to include this area of the game because in my original comparison video after the launch on my PlayStation 4 Pro, I've had very strange ghosting effect. You cannot see it really much of the video, but it was there. Everything appeared to have like ghost of itself in the original No Man's Sky VR version. So I just want to show it off so you can kind of see, but I also look at the fishes and foliage. Now, while we on the Pro, I spoke about the foliage. Everything looks like it's supposed to look from far away, while before the patch, far away things kind of looked like just shimmery lines. Sometimes you could know it's foliage, but you didn't know what it is really, while now you can see shape of everything for quite longer time. Also, it's nice to go underwater because you can see everything from the top. Seeing from the top is nice, because then you don't see things from the bottom. You are at the top of the world in the underwater world. Now, listen to this. This is the original PS4 before and after patch. And keep an eye out on those birds. While you can see it on the left on original PS4 before patch, they will appear eventually on the right as well. But nevertheless, what's happening with the birds and draw distance, that's gonna quite nicely show it. The birds becoming blobs after a while before patch, and then they kind of disappear into oblivion to the happy place of the birds when they're not seen. Whatever they do, nobody knows. While on PS4 after the patch, it's gonna look much better. They're gonna stay birds as a birds for longer time, not a blobs. But also, if you look at the cliff sides, that's a very deep cliff, but on this top of this cliff, there is some trees and foliage, and this foliage actually looks like a foliage now. While before you knew it's a foliage, but it was a liney, blobby, shimmery foliage. You could have worked out what's bigger, what's not, and stuff like that. But now, definitely, you can work it out straight away because it just looked that much better. Now, this is our area what we visited in original video, so I've had nice footage of it. But here you go, I had a look at the foliage and definitely looks nice. And also the lines on the rings of this planet, they seem to be a bit smoother as well. There you go, the birds still stayed on PS4 while on on original before patch they disappeared earlier. This is the same spot, it's a same save, so I took it from the same position kind of. So definitely looks like a very nice improvement, very nice patch. I'll be waiting for Pro patch to see what they can do on Pro, but nicely. Don, hello games, Hansen, pants off to you. Okay, so here we go in the space. Now, space rendering is a lot better itself as well, there's not as many spatial glitches, but anyway, we are entering the Nexus. This is the before patch on the left, and on the right you've got after the patch, and this is footage from PlayStation 4 Pro. Now the lines and shimmers stays liney longer after the patch. So definitely when it comes to little details like that, it all looks better after the patch, because it all seems to be having that tad bit more sharpness to it. Keep in mind, Nexus is the lowest rendered resolution area of the game, but anyway, here we go, PS4 after the patch versus PS4 Pro after the patch. Once again, we want to admire erected lamppost or the post, whatever it is, because somehow this erection attracting us. So I'm walking towards it, this was my spot of the orientation object, so I knew where to go from there. So we looked at it, and now we're gonna go downhill. It's all after the patch, and if you own original PS4, the game looks pretty much the same. Maybe, like before, there is maybe tiny bit difference of dynamic resolution, I don't know, but pretty much the game on both looks exactly the same, which is nice to see, because now, after this patch, the game on both looks better, which is happy times for everyone who owns it, because I know how much time you're spending in this game, so to have it better, it's just amazing. Now, what's happening is, I'm wondering what improvements gonna be after the PlayStation 4 Pro patch drops eventually. Stay tuned to the channel, because once I know, I'm gonna definitely pass it on, but let's explore a bit longer for a while. As you can see, the ground textures, they look pretty much the same on both, and I want to say as well that they the textures on the ground as well, on cliff edges and stuff, appears sharper after the patch as well. So I think the ALWYN system, what they've got in the game, is definitely improved graphics quite a lot. So to conclude it all, the patch definitely made a very nice difference. The size of a patch is about 4 gigs I think. If you didn't download it yet, go and download it. The game looks a lot better. Well, saying a lot, it does looks better, and it's definitely gonna make your space exploration times make that bit more pleasurable, even though the immersion is great with No Man's Sky because the game is huge. So, you know, the blurriness is nice trade-off for getting this game, but the thing got improved quite a lot, which is nice. Thank you, Hello Games, and of course now we still gonna wait for PlayStation 4 Pro patch. And that's it, bye.